What we're going to be doing is putting together a brine for turkeys. This is the same kind of brine you can use for chickens as well. Basically, all we've done, this is real simple. So, big pot, I have 2 gallons of water in here. A basic brine is 1 gallon of water, 1 gallon of salt, 1 gallon of water, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of sugar. I do 1 orange per gallon of water, and then we have some other seasonings that we're going to sprinkle in there. You can use these kind of seasonings, the dried ones. You can also use fresh seasonings if you want to tie them up and just have a bag floating in it. You can do that too. Alright, so water's been heated up. I use kosher salt. Y'all have seen all this stuff. I stay pretty exclusively with kosher salt. Oh look, dogs. So 2 cups salt, 2 cups sugar. We're going to take our orange. Now I just dropped the entire orange in there because you have the oils in the skin, give a little more citrus flavor. Chicken loves citrus. Poultry loves citrus. Now you want to stir it until all the salt and sugar are dissolved. Normal seasonings that you would put with poultry, you'll have basil, you'll have oregano, thyme. If you're using the dried ground stuff, use about, I don't know, half a tablespoon. So the other advantage to having hot water whenever you're doing this, or warm water, is it starts to rehydrate the herbs and it gets the oils and everything and the flavor actually into the water. It's starting to smell really good. That's what you're looking for. You want that smell to come out because that's when you know the oils are being released. If you pour something in it and you don't smell anything, either your seasonings are old and bad or the water wasn't warm enough. Okay, so we're gonna set this off to the side. With turkeys, you have a couple different ways that they come in. You can get them where they're like 15% salt solution brine. Like this one, it just contains 5% water and that's it. It doesn't have a bunch of salt and sugar and everything else. So adjust your brine accordingly. If you have one that's like 13, 15, 18% sodium in the brine itself, don't add the salt to the brine. Just add the sugar and the herbs and everything else because there's already a lot of salt in it. Brining bags. These things are amazing. They're very multi-purpose. You don't have to just brine in them. Whenever I do barbecue competitions, and I know I didn't for this last one, but a lot of times I'll put my chicken or my brisket or something in these, and I'll shake the seasonings in, I'll shake it around, and keeps my work area nice and clean. Okay, so turkey. I will tell you now, this turkey is frozen solid. Because what it does is it actually helps keep the water cold as it's thawing. If you brine a turkey for 24 hours, it's going to be thawed. 1 frozen solid bird. Into the bag. What I have down here that you can't see is a cooler. It's got ice in the bottom of it. Take your bag, put it directly into the cooler. Oh, my entire kitchen smells like this now. It's awesome. Some ice, cool down the brine. And you can just put your hand on the side of the pot. You'll see me doing that. And what I'm feeling for is whenever the pot starts to cool down, it gets kind of to room temperature. Yep, cool down now. So the bag, you saw how I rolled it down. It's sitting in the cooler. I'm just gonna take this entire pot and pour it into the bag on top of the turkey. Now, use the brining bags. Here's a trick. Once you get all your juice and all your brine and everything in there, leave the top of the bag open and kind of roll it down, get as much air out of there as possible, where the turkey's nice and encased. It's gonna sit in the brine for about 24 hours. Just go and kind of rotate it about every 6 hours. You rotate onto its side, then its top, then its side, then its bottom. Once you do that, you'll be good. Leave it in the bag, Put the ice on, put another bag of ice on top of it, just let it chill out. All right, so turkey's been brining for about 24 hours. Evan brought it over. It was deep freeze frozen solid. It is thawed, seams all the way through. So the advantage of doing these things in a brining bag is it makes it to where all the juice and everything that's salmonella infested, you just cut the bag and all that goes down the drain. Bag is trimmed up like this, so cut that apart. Trim that out. You also, this little plug right here, trim that off. Frying a turkey, you have to trim a lot of things out because what happens is you want to have a good cavity for all the oil and everything to flow through. It's like up here where the neck and everything is. Trim all that out as well. Now there's a dog standing at my feet. This is just gonna flunk. All right, see? Now we have that open. Flip it over. I'm gonna cut the neck out. All right, now we've got a nice open cavity for everything to go out. Flip it back over, press side up. And if any of the bits and pieces are inside of it, go ahead and pull those out. Awesome. So what you want to be able to do is whenever you hold the turkey up, you want to be able to see all the way down. See? All right, that's all good. Now we go back to drying. All nice and dried off. If you notice, I have this sitting on a baking sheet on a cooling rack with a paper towel underneath it. I cannot tell you how important it is to get this bird nice and dry while you're doing this. So the reason why we get the skin really, really dry is it helps with making a really crispy skin whenever you fry it. Supposedly. I mean, you're frying it, so it's going to be crispy to begin with. Oil. The only reason you need oil with this one is you want the seasoning to stick. Nice coat of oil all over the bird. Also, having the skin really dry makes it to where the oil sticks better, doesn't run off, because you know, oil, water, not mixed stuff, science. Remember, clean hand, dirty hand. Regular salt, pepper, garlic life, 3, 2, 1, nothing special. If you want to use a pre-made rub with your turkey frying, sugar is your enemy, because what happens is whenever the sugar hits the oil, it's going to burn. So look at the ingredient list on your turkey, on your rub, excuse me, and get one that doesn't have sugar in it. We're gonna put it in the oil, hopefully in about 30-45 minutes. You wanna season your turkey up about an hour beforehand. Set it on the counter, let it come up to temperature. Keep it on the same pan. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and get the turkey fryer and everything ready, and we'll show you how that looks. And from the time we get the turkey and everything going all the way through, you'll see all of it. It'll probably be quickly, but you'll see all of it. Burner's going, sounds like a small jet engine. It is a small jet engine. I say teach your kids how to cook. This is not something that you do with your kids. This is kind of sketchy. It's good, it's amazing turkey, but you really, really, really need to pay attention. As soon as you light the fire on this burner, someone needs to be with it all the time, period, end of story. Thermometer stays in the oil all the time. Okay, so what we've done is have a propane tank going into a burner. I put my burner down inside of a big wash basin. That way, in case the oil starts to spill over, hopefully we're okay if that happens. Oil is getting really close to temperature. So Evan, what I'm gonna need you to do is come over here, go slow. That is the name of this game, is go slow. Shouldn't wear flip-flops doing this either because oil will pop out of the pan. Evan.
My first time. Somebody with experience should let me know this. Must be your first time too.
Down, all the way. Go ahead, put the thermometer back in the oil. You do not want your oil to get above 350. When you're putting the thermometer in, kind of feel around and make sure you don't get it inside the turkey. All right, so turkey. Turkey takes 2 to 3 minutes per pound plus 5 minutes. Everything takes 5 minutes and then 2 to 3 minutes per pound. I've found that it's normally right at the 2:45, 3-minute mark if you keep your oil at 350. All right, everything looks good. We'll see y'all back in about 30 minutes. So at about 8 to 10 minutes of cook time, you're gonna hear the boiling, you'll hear it bubbling and bubbling, and all of a sudden it'll just get really loud. It'll sound like you just dropped French fries or something in there. What that is whenever the oil actually gets through and starts breaking some of the membranes down, it starts releasing water and juices into the oil. It's gonna boil a little bit harder, it's gonna get really loud, it's gonna start popping. Don't freak out. Let it go for 2 or 3 minutes and then everything will crisp up and it'll all calm back down. Turkey's been going for right at 35 minutes. About halfway through the cook, I took a long probe thermometer and I shoved it down into the breast of the bird to kind of get an idea of where it is. It's sitting about 155 right now. So what Evan and I are gonna do is we're gonna go fishing in hot oil. To pull the turkey out, I'm gonna check the leg, the thigh, and the breast. And you're looking for the breast to be about 158, 160. You want the legs and the thighs, the dark meat, to be about 170, in that range. It'll still climb a little bit as it rests. But once poultry's over 160, you're good. So, take thermometers out without burning ourselves. It's always a bonus. Because, you know, it's us.
Why do you think it was possible for you to burn yourself?
Well, 350 degree oil is a thing. Easy. $172. 163.
That's a done bird.
That's a done bird. Once your turkey's done in the oil, turn off the gas. Put your lid back on the oil. All right, so with canola oil and peanut oil, once it's gotten up to 350 degrees, it can stay there for about 6 hours, and that's combined. So this oil was up to 350 degrees for about 45 minutes, which means I still got 5 hours and 15 minutes on this. I'm gonna cool it down, put it back in the jug, because I got a bunch more turkeys to fry here in a couple days. That's really pretty. All right, so this is for Evan and his clan. I'm hoping that he takes some cell phone footage or something as they're digging into it and doing all that kind of good stuff. My part of it's done. Until next time, burn and learn.